A couple of months ago, I experienced my first burnt out. I could barely get out of my bed. I started avoiding my responsibilities and felt incapable of doing anything. Even the things I once enjoyed become overwhelming, and I found myself procrastinating on everything. During that time, I gained a lot of weight, lost few friends, and failed at things I haven't even mentioned on this channel. Then one day I uploaded a video titled How to Get Your Life Back, and the support I received from you was incredible. That's when I decided to take a break from everything except YouTube. YouTube is my passion. Creating, filming, and even just thinking about videos brings me a lot of joy. Thus, it's also my source of income. So I allowed myself to fully rest and recover while still making the content. And during that break, I reflected on what went wrong. I analyzed my emotions, behaviors, and pattern to understand the root cause of my burnt out. And finally, I found my answer. Now I am back, full of energy, positivity, and strength, and I'm ready to change my life and become the best version of myself. But the real question is, are you ready for the change? Hey guys, it's Nancy. I hope you're doing well, and I'm feeling amazing. Right now, it's 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm filming this video. Yeah, I'm that awesome. So, this video is kind of different from my other videos because today we are going to talk about how I plan to change my life, and more importantly, how you can change yours too. First, let's start with what needs to change. First is, of course, sleep schedule. And my sleep schedule is a disaster. I mean, I'm literally filming this at 5 am. So, yeah, it doesn't exist at this point, but I have to definitely work on my sleep schedule. The second is work schedule. If you have been following this channel for a while, you probably know that I started this channel after my previous one, which had over 25,000 subscribers, which got demonetized. But now I really want to focus on this channel only. Next is my eating habits. So I'm kinda huge foodie. But now I really want to change my eating habits because I see from last few months I'm becoming very susceptible to diseases. Therefore, at least for now, for me, it's really important to change my eating habits very first. The fourth one is exercising. So we all know that there's so many evidence proving that exercise benefits both mental and physical health. So I definitely want to exercise regularly once again. Fifth is reading books. Even though I read a lot of newsletters and articles online, I feel like the most valuable and reliable information comes only from books. I really want to return to the routine where I read at least 30 minutes every single day. It was truly helping me to grow as a person. Plus, reading is just fun. Instead of endlessly scrolling on Instagram, I think we should all read more. At the very least, you should read at least one book a year, even if you don't have time for more. But honestly, we should all make time for read more. The sixth point is reducing your social media time. I think it really depends on how you use social media. Sometimes I use it productively. I research things, watch videos, and study content to improve my own videos. After all, to be a good creator, you have to be a good viewer first. You need to be a good consumer so that you can analyze how other YouTubers use editing techniques, filming styles, lighting, and all. But at the same time, we all know how platforms like YouTube, Shorts, and Instagram really work. They're kind of rabbit hole. Once you fall into it, it's really hard to get out. I've spent hours and hours just scrolling through my Instagram, reels, watching things I don't even care about. So I think I should stop that. And I know you do it too. Don't look at me like that. I know you do. And we are both going to stop. The seventh point is doing more output than input. You know, we read, we watch, and we listen to so many things around us. At least I do. But I wasn't really applying or using the information I learned from them. And because of that, I was forgetting the content I consumed. I wasn't even aware of what I was consuming most of the time. I was just taking in random content that didn't really matter to me. I was wasting valuable time on things that didn't contribute to my growth and filling my mind with unnecessary information. I think we should focus on the things that actually matter to us. That way, we can expand our minds, broaden our perspective, and grow as individuals. Of course, when you want to relax, it's okay to watch sometime you enjoy. But I was just sitting there at 4 am watching videos like, why did Tanashri cheat on her husband? I mean, why should I even care about the other people's lives? Why the heck was I watching that at 4 am? We need to stop that. Instead, we should focus on the output. Whether that means writing in a journal, starting a blog, or making videos like this. You know, there are so many things you can do instead of just scrolling through Instagram. There are hundreds of thousands of ways to create something meaningful in your life. In fact, I'll probably make a video about this topic because this relationship between input, output, and research is really interesting. The 8th point is making time for socializing. Since childhood, to be honest, I have never really prioritized socializing in my life. And to be honest, my schedule is already very packed. Currently, I am doing YouTube, but earlier I had school and I have so many other projects in my mind that I want to work on. So, in reality, I don't have so much of time. But the truth is, we don't find time, we actually make time. If you say I don't have time for this, well, let's be real. Most of us actually do. I also believe that, of course, there's some small percentage of people who genuinely don't have time for anything. But for the majority of us, it's not about time. It's about our priorities of life. For example, if you say I don't have time to work out, that's not true. You do have time. Just stop scrolling on Instagram, stop wasting your time on unnecessary social media content. Instead, focus on the things that actually matter to you. The real issue here is not time, it's actually that you're not prioritizing that what truly matters. Of course, there may be some people like moms or doctors or those who are taking care of someone else or working hard to make money who generally don't have time. I completely understand that. But for majority of us, time isn't the issue. We just don't prioritize it properly. That's why I have decided to make socializing more of a priority. And honestly, I'm really lazy. I can't even cancel plans at the last minute and just go home to sleep without even second thought. I know I need to stop doing that. I should have more conversation with people and make an effort to engage with others. The thing here is, it takes me time to get comfortable with someone new, but sometimes it doesn't. It really depends on the person. Once I do get close to someone, I show my real personality. But if our energy doesn't match, it's really hard to me to connect with them. I realize I need to change that. I should socialize more with different types of people so that I can broaden my perspective and gain a new outlook on life. I definitely need to work on this. Now let's talk about how to do that. I think this is the most important part. One day I was watching a really interesting video on YouTube where someone talked about input-based goals versus output-based goals. They explained that instead of focusing on output-based goals, we should prioritize input-based goals. But what does that mean? Let's say you want to lose weight, or at least I want to get in shape. Losing 5 kg, 10 kg, or simply getting in shape, that's an output-based goal. On the other hand, an input-based goal would be working out for 30 minutes every day, or eating healthy, getting enough sleep, or reducing your stress. These are the actions you take to reach your goal. If you only focus on the outcome, like seeing the numbers on the scale go down, that's an output-based approach. I realized that I was too focused on the output and not paying enough attention to the input. As James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, says, rather than focusing on goals, we should focus on the systems. So for example, if my goal is to publish 3 videos a week, then focusing on 3 videos a week is an output-based goal. Instead, I should focus on when I will edit, when I will film, and when I will write the script, or when I will research my topics. If you forgot about the goal and just focus on the system, on consistently following the process, you will succeed. But if you forget the system and only focus on the goal, you won't. So the key is to achieving any goal is to focus on the systems, the inputs, rather than just the output. Now the second tip, planning and scheduling. I have realized that when I don't have my tasks, I forget them a lot. Mainly because I have so much going on. Between meetings, videos, online courses, business work, the gym and everything else, it gets overwhelming. That's why planning is essential for me. I recently changed my planning system and I think it works much better now. I actually have a video about scheduling and planning, but since I updated my system, I can make a new one if you guys are interested. Right now, I use Notion and Google Calendar together to create a system that works for me. If you want, I can make a video explaining how I use them. Let me know in the comments below. So now the third tip is the accountability buddies. You know, having someone to hold you accountable makes a huge difference when trying to achieve your goals. Usually we don't make deep connections on Instagram, but one day I actually met my friend Arna there. Now we are so close with each other that we have a weekly Zoom calls where we give each other live updates on our work. And now we have been doing this for months now and I absolutely love these things. Every single call gives me a fresh perspective and I always feel much better afterward. Trying to reach your goals alone is hard, But when you have friends supporting you and you support them, it becomes so much easier. So yeah, find an accountability buddy. If you don't have one and are struggling to find someone, you can use this channel as your accountability partner. So yeah, we can do this together. Just comment down below accountability buddy and maybe someone interested will reply to you. Now the fourth tip is reflecting with journaling. For a short period of time, I journaled daily for a week and my mental clarity that week was insane. I still remember exactly how I felt, what I did and my thoughts from that time. Compared to weeks when I don't journal, then everything feels like very blurred. Journaling really helped me that week and I know I need to do it more. I should take time to reflect on my emotions and thoughts regularly. It's something I need to turn into a habit. What you can do is, so now we have come to our most important part, that is what you can do to change your life. This isn't a challenge. I don't even want to call it because when something is labeled as a challenge, it feels like you have to succeed. But this isn't about success or failure. It's a lifelong journey that we are all going through together. So if you want to join me in this, you're more than welcome to. This is just a live update letting you know that what I'm working on, and if you want to be a part of it, that's really great. By the way, I'm drinking my coffee at 6 am without any sleep. Definitely not a good idea. I think I'm about to pull an all-nighter, finish this video and upload it today. I know, I'm a bit wild out. So the final note is, if you don't want to miss my videos every Sunday 11 am, don't forget to hit the bell button so you get a notification. Also, I feel really exhausted now. Can you tell me? Probably. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then please subscribe and I will meet you next Sunday.